be talking about that rather than discussing, and it's not a bad thing that we're discussing James Marvel. Rather than discussing him, we could be discussing playoff implications tonight. Yes, with the Pirates, if they can complete potentially a series win or series sweep, it will make things interesting in the NL Central. Cubs just stand 2.5 games back of the Cardinals, and really the Pirates have an opportunity to play spoiler for the remainder of the season. When the Cubs come to town for the final week of the season, we got the Cubs and the Reds. That Red series is going to mean nothing for both teams, but the Cubs series will mean a lot for the Cubs. A lot. And if you recall, it was Cubs-Reds to finish out the 2018 season, but it was at Wrigley at Great American Ballpark. Pirates won the series against Cubs. Cubs didn't win the division. And it's a little bit different this year because the last year the Cubs were in first when we won the series. This year the Cubs could still be in first, but the Cardinals currently hold down that position. You know, it's a real shame what happened with Jason Martin. I just want to touch on that real quick here. A real shame. You know, he was going to have a real opportunity to come out here and show what he could do for 2020. Because with Gregory Polanco's injury history, I'm at the point right now where I'm ready to say open competition for the right field starting position. Gregory Polanco obviously will have the upper hand in that competition. He will. But you cannot cement him in as your starting right fielder in 2020 as of right now. Because he's going to be spending yet another offseason rehabbing his shoulder rather than refining his baseball craft. You know, Jose Osuna has, slowed down a little bit, but he could be the everyday right fielder in 2020. I thought Jason Martin could have had that opportunity too, and he could still be in competition for it as well. Throw Pablo Reyes into that competition too. Even though that he would probably be lower down in the pecking order, he would be in that competition as well. And I want to see that competition between, potentially Will Craig as well. Will Craig, Gregory Polanco, Jose Osuna, Jason Martin, Pablo Reyes. They should all have a shot at the starting right field job in 2020. See what they've got. Let them battle it out in spring training and see what happens. Because with Polanco's injury history, it's no longer, okay, we have our right fielder. Because he gets injured far too often to be able to say that. He does. You can't have... And Polanco's supposed to be a huge part of this 2019 offense. And this offense has been great. If you just imagine a healthy Gregory Polanco on this team right now. And yes, it's not like that would put us in the playoff discussion. We talked about what would do that. But he obviously is a big-time bat. A big-time presence in that lineup. He was, him and Josh Bell had... I put Josh Bell as the season MVP last year, and he's going to be the season MVP in all likelihood again this year. But at the same time, Gregory Polanco, was the best offensive guy on this team in 2018. Can he be that guy in 2020? We'll see. There were if he stayed healthy last season, could have had a 30 home run season, very realistically. That was definitely in his future. We'll see what the future holds in the right field position for the Pirates. If they go out and make any moves like they did bringing in Melky Cabrera, J.B. Shuck earlier in the season, there are always options. The Pirates, of course, will cover all their bases with the minor league contracts that they hand out. Obviously, has panned out this season in terms of Melky Cabrera and Francisco Liriano. But it'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see what goes down. And obviously, best of luck to Polanco getting healthy, because when he's healthy, he's definitely our best option in right field. But the problem is your number one ability is availability, and he just hasn't been available. So we'll see how that all works out. But a real shame what happened to Jason Martin and Gregory Polanco as well. Do hope to see James Marvel pitch at some point this month. The Pittsburgh Pirates remained hot with a walk-off victory against the Miami Marlins on Wednesday night. After a historically bad stretch following the All-Star break, The Pittsburgh Pirates have gotten back on track in recent weeks after defeating the Marlins 6-5 in walk-off fashion on Wednesday night. The Pirates are now 10-5 in their last 15 games. This 10-5 stretch, however, comes after the team went 7-28 in their first 35 games after the All-Star break. Due to this, despite the strong 10-5 stretch, the Pirates' overall season record this season remains a porous 62-79. Early on, the Pirates had chances against Miami starting pitcher Steven Duggar. Trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning, Brian Reynolds reached on an error. Colin Reynolds hit by a pitch, and Josh Bell singled. The Bell single scored Reynolds, tying the game at 1. However, Jose Osuna followed with an inning-ending double play. Then, in the second inning, Melky Cabrera and Cole Tucker recorded consecutive hits to start the inning. That threat would quickly end, though, when Jacob Stallings hit into a 2-5-3 double play, and starting pitcher Trevor Williams grounded out. Adam Frazier was hit by a pitch to start the third inning, and Reynolds hit a ground rule double. Reynolds' double bouncing into the stands would prove to cost the Pirates a run. After Moran struck out, Bell was intentionally walked. Osuna then flew out to shallow right field, and Cabrera lined out to end the inning. After failing to score in the third, the Pirates found themselves 1 for 7 on the night with runners in scoring position, and they had already left 5 men on base. They also hit into 2 double plays early on. Facing the club that drafted him, Williams turned in his third consecutive strong start. In 6 innings of work, he allowed 3 runs, only 2 of which were earned on 7 hits, a home run, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Williams owns a 2.63 ERA in his last 3 starts. Hopefully, this is Williams getting back on track on his way to finishing the season strong. With the game tied at 3 in the 7th inning, Kyle Crick was summoned from the bullpen. Crick's miserable season continued as he allowed 2 runs on a double, a home run, and a walk in 2/3 of an inning pitched. Crick now has a 5.06 ERA, 6.03 FIP, 15.3% walk rate, and he's allowing 1.88 home runs per 9 this season. The implosion of Crick is a big reason why the Pirate bullpen has struggled so mightily at times this season. After Crick exited the game, 2 of the newest Pirates took the mound. Yaxel Rios took over for Crick and pitched 1 1/3 scoreless innings with 2 strikeouts. Ex-Pirate fireman Wai Chung Wang, who the team recently claimed off waivers from the A's, followed with a scoreless 9th inning to set the stage for a Pirate rally. Jose Urania took the mound for the Marlins in the 9th inning, looking to close out a 5-3 lead. However, it would not take him long to blow the game. Elias Diaz led the inning off with his 2nd home run of the season to cut the Miami lead to 5-4. Kevin Kramer drew a pinch hit walk, and then Frazier hit a ground ball past shortstop that he turned into a hustling double. Reynolds then blooped a ball in a shallow left field to score both pinch runner Eric Gonzalez and Frazier to give the Pirates a 6-5 victory. The third and final game of the series was 7:05 on Thursday night. Dario Aguilar got the ball for the Pirates, and Eliezer Hernandez got the ball for the Marlins. The Marlins they won their first series since late July with the win over the Pirates on Thursday. So, all in all, the Pirates definitely have been playing better baseball as of late. Without a doubt, they have. We'll see how they finish up the 2019 season. Obviously, it's been a complete and utter disappointment, but it's fine, I guess. Let's take a look at what the Pirates got coming up for the week. So today they've got the Cardinals' Stephen Brock going up against Adam Wainwright. Tomorrow it'll either be Mitch Keller or James Marvel going up against Jack Flaherty, who's been fantastic for the Cardinals. Will be a tough matchup. And, if Marvel makes his debut, that is a tough guy to go up against. On Monday this week, they head out to San Francisco for a 4-game week set with the Giants. Tomorrow, Monday, Game 1, Madison Bumgarner is set to go. The Pirates still haven't announced their starters for the series, but we'll see what happens there. Then that game will be at 9:45 Monday through Wednesday, and then 3:45 on Thursday against the Giants. And they head to Chicago for a 3-game weekend set against the Cubs. So to wrap up the series against the Cardinals, head out to San Fran, then head to Chicago for a 3-game series there. A lot of good baseball still to be played. There's a lot of reasons to continue to watch this team, to continue to support this team. And I always say, this late in the podcast when we're reviewing next week, if you're listening now, you're clearly a dedicated fan of both me and the Pirates baseball team. So I do appreciate it again. This late in, it's fun. But yeah, it has been a solid week for the Pirates, and it can get better from here. Don't worry, we'll be here every Saturday, breaking it all down for you, getting you ready for 2020. I mean, that's our main focus right now. When I talk about Pirates baseball right now, I'm thinking 2020. I'm not thinking 2019. Okay, 2019, even though it's not in the past, it is in the rearview mirror for me. 2020 vision on 2020, if you want to get corny like that. But yeah, we're headed towards the end of the podcast, as you can tell here with some of my jokes. But hope you all have a safe and wonderful week. Have a great rest of your weekend if you're listening live. Wherever you're listening to this, we certainly do appreciate it. We love every single one of you that tunes in every single Saturday. Whenever you tune in, it is much appreciated. I love doing this with you guys. And we get through it together. Because life of a Pirate fan is not easy. And we know that. So we have each other. We'll continue to have each other. My name is Benson Fector. Thank you all for tuning in to Bunker Booth. Have a safe, happy, and healthy week, everybody. We'll see you here on next Saturday. As always, let's go Bucks.